All right.
All right. So welcome back to BeThatWay, where we talk a little bit about today's current affairs and all that good stuff. It's me, Novell and Betsy. How you doing? How you doing today, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You know, hanging in there. Life and coronavirus or COVID-19. We can't say coronavirus because we'll get demonetized. I'm not making any money off of this anyway. But yeah, other than that, just to let you guys know, you guys might hear a little bit of sound creep, some beeps and boops and notifications and all that stuff because the lovely Betsy is actually at work. She's not at work, but I mean she's on call.
On the job.
She is on her JO. So people are trying to get in touch with her because they need her voice of reason. Right? So
what's going on with this? What's going on with dating over 40? Let's talk about that. I mean, you're barely over 40.
Sure.
But how's it going for you as a heterosexual male in Atlanta? How's that go? How's it working?
You mean pre-COVID-19?
There should be no change, but,
because it's right in the snot locker. I think that dating in Atlanta is cool. I think that just women in general are really cool, and sometimes they suck. I mean, for real, like women can be cool. Women can be really cool, but they can really just grind me up and just really irritate me. Just what we talked about before with hypergamy and just expectations and things like that.
Well, that's interesting that you say that because from my standpoint, you're on the upper echelon anyway. So I don't even understand why her hypergamy is a problem for you.
It's really about the expectation.
Oh,
you know, it's about, you go out on a first date and I get it. If I'm making a lot more than somebody, then I have no problems shouldering a lot of the financial burden as far as going out and eating and movies and, you know, whatever we're doing. But it's the expectation. I need you to reach for the purse.
Oh, I got you.
You know, at least, from time to time, just reach. Just
because I take you as a provider.
Yeah.
I do. I definitely.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I likes to provide.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want to be taken for granted. I don't want to be taken advantage of. Especially from someone that I don't really know.
Okay.
Right? If we just meeting. Now, if I'm with somebody and we've been together for a while or whatever, hey, I make it rain. You know, we put the money out there. We make it rain. But
it's not tricking if you got it.
Right. Yeah. Tricking. Boy, you and these words. So, but I think that.
But the pool out there, though, the dating pool itself, like I understand when you talk about, you know, individual relationships and how it works when you start to actually kind of zone in and line in on somebody. But then, of course, what about the dating pool? What's out there and available to you? You
talking about as far as like available, like high quality women?
Yeah. Is there a lot of high quality women?
The numbers are low.
Low?
Yeah.
In Atlanta, I would never have ever expected that.
Yeah, they're low.
In Atlanta.
Yeah. You say that like Atlanta's like on the south side of the moon.
Well,
it's a different place. No, I mean, it's people.
From what my perception is and what I've heard is that everybody always brags about how the ratio of women here in Atlanta is definitely.
It is. It's great.
And of course, when I'm thinking about of course, nobody's going to talk about, you know, the Shreks and those and Fionas,
right.
But we're talking about the quality of women. You know,
right. I mean, I think it's 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, something like that.
20 to 1.
20 to 1. But if 18 of them are sea donkeys.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm hearing that there's a lot of beautiful women here in Atlanta. Of course, you have to pay for them.
There are a lot of beautiful women. That doesn't make them high quality.
Okay, so what do you consider high quality?
I need someone who has some values. I need someone who has morals, and you know, I understand that we live in a Judeo-Christian society, but it doesn't necessarily have to be based on the Bible. But I need you to have some morals. I need you to not want to steal and cheat and rob people and and I'm using that as an example, but I mean, just I need you to just be high value, high character.
What if as long as she doesn't steal from you, it shouldn't really matter who she steals from.
Oh, it does, because stealing is a mindset. It is a plague.
If you steal, you cheat. If you cheat, or is it if you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you cheat. And if you cheat, you kill.
You'll get.
I think that's
go from cheat to kill.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. But no, I'd never heard that, but that makes sense. Now that makes sense because it's about character. You know, if you've got low character, then you'll do anything for a particular situation to get out of it or whatever. But there are a lot of times when.
What about this by any means necessary type female?
What do you mean? What about them?
I mean, I think those are good quality traits to have in somebody, especially during an apocalypse. So.
Oh, yeah.
With that being said,
now look, let me tell you something. If we talking apocalypse, I want a ride or die, cheat and steal type chick. Yeah.
All right, we're in there, girls. We're still in there.
Yeah. I want that. I want somebody to go in there and knock somebody in the head. But pre-apocalypse, pre-zombie, infestation.
It's a different type of female that you would want during the normal standard run of things. And then of course once it hits the fan, then Betty Crocker, you gotta go. I'm looking for my
I don't need somebody who's a good cook or anything like that. You need a
Bonnie.
I need somebody that can shoot.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And doesn't freeze up when she's getting shot at.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I need.
A knife thrower, perhaps.
I mean, knife throwers help. Knives help. What are your knife skills looking like?
Listen, I gotta sharpen them up because I promise you, I'm really thinking about it because me and Novell have actually gone to the gun range a couple of times, and he's definitely taught me a little bit about shooting and everything, and I know the responsibilities of owning a gun. So I have had my reservations about purchasing a gun because I know I had to continue to practice and sharpen my craft. And of course, lock it up. And I have young kids at home. And so I've definitely shied away from owning a gun. But I don't have a problem. I think everybody should have the right to bear arms and as many arms as you want. You can be an 8-armed
So how do you feel about gun control?
You know what? I don't care.
You think they need, I'm saying, as far as people think that there should be more restrictions.
That's the thing. It's like, I don't think that it should be more restrictions, but I honestly don't really care about the topic because I believe in doing illegal things. So I don't think it has to be legal for me to do it anyways. It doesn't matter. Like if you say it's illegal for me to have a gun, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop having guns.
You're not carrying a gun around.
But if I did have a gun, I don't think I would have a legal gun. My gun's going to have bodies on it.
Right. Bodies on it. What the hell?
I know. Let's go back to dating.
Right.
So what are we talking about?
No. We can slide off into gun control.
Okay. But honestly, I think that you've done well for yourself with the dating arena. I mean, of course, you might not feel like you have a lot more options than you would like to have more options than you had.
I got plenty of options.
Right. But I'm saying, you're saying that its pickings are slim. So, I mean.
Pickings are, okay. So there's dating and then there's marriage or working towards marriage. I can date. And I'm not a casual serial dater, but I mean, I like the company of a woman going out and flirting and kissing and hugging and other things. But I can do that all day. That's easy. But as far as working on a relationship, a long-term committed exclusive relationship with somebody, you need to be a high value woman for that. And I don't get physical quickly with women anyway. So we got to be on some kind of a track to do that. Why are you smiling? Oh,
I'm just saying, good. I'm glad you know your worth, King. Know your worth, Kings.
Yeah.
Don't just be out there slinging pipe for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Make sure she deserves you. You understand? You are important.
Yeah, I believe that. I definitely believe that. I mean, is that how you view it as far as guys, girls? Like, what do you look for in a guy?
I think guys are a piece of meat. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Where are we going?
We can go that way too. No, how do you feel? Like, what do you look for in a guy to date? Because I mean, you said that you want to lease a guy. 15 years or so.
That was only, in reference to, do I want to be married or anything like that. And I said, if I have the choice, between marriage or leasing, I would prefer lease.
Right.
But as far as relationships go, I think dating in Atlanta I've not had one problem dating in Atlanta at all whatsoever. Finding a good quality mate that is entertaining and we both are beneficial to each other.
Right.
I think that I've had a great run at it. And I think the difference is with some females is, for one, they are looking for a particular helpmate.
Females, women are looking for helpmates.
Well, not necessarily. A helpmate is good, not helpmate. They're looking for a sponsor.
There you go.
They're looking for a
That's
sponsor.
the word.
Or
They're
looking for a daddy figure, but they're not obedient. So it's just like, some people do find that daddy figure and they actually get married because they are obedient, but you can't have a daddy figure and not be obedient.
I think it comes down to the guy too. I mean, some guys are very dominant and they force you to either submit or there's going to be some static.
Move along.
Yeah. There's going to be some problems. Some people have said that I was kind of like that.
Like what?
That I was kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? A person that I don't brook too much nonsense, and that I demand certain things from a woman.
Oh wow! So you've been called a jerk? Have you been called a jerk before?
I say demand things from a woman.
Have you been called a jerk?
And that turns into a jerk. Okay, so do you think a guy should demand what he wants out of a relationship?
You can have your list of demands, but the way you request has to be that conducive to her and receptive to her.
Do you think it's the other way around? That a woman can demand and the guy has to be conducive and receptive to her?
I don't think demanding is good in its sense. Depending on, some people like that. Some people like a more forceful approach. I on the other hand, I'm not.
Again, I don't want Betsy to go down this rabbit hole. So I'll rephrase the question for the jury.
Can you rephrase the question, please?
Require.
Do you?
That a guy requires certain traits and certain things from a woman?
No, I think that's fine. It's all well and good. Now, if you don't find that, then that's on you. I mean, that's your thing.
Right. I think if a guy is looking for spouse, cut buddy, whatever, I mean, there's certain things that I require. For me to start looking at you as a wife, there's things I require. Right. I require, and let's get into it, because we're going to get real personal here. Okay.
Sure.
I require that you have high moral character. First off,
unless it's not apocalypse. If during apocalypse, all these are out the window.
Right. During apocalypse, I'm not looking for a wife. I'm looking for somebody to watch my back, watch my six.
All right.
Right.
And somebody could probably repopulate the earth with?
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right.
We always want to repopulate. Good Lord. Yes. Lord.
Just need to know. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I look for a woman that has high character. She's got to be extremely attractive to me. Right. And she also has to be someone who is in good standing in the community. Oh, those are good reputation. Yes. Okay. Those are things that are important to me.
Okay. Now, what are your non-negotiables? Are those your non-negotiables?
I don't date women that smoke.
Okay.
I don't date women that steal and do, morally reprehensible things. And now nobody's a saint. Nobody's a paragon. Right. So, from time to time, you do things, but by all means be human. But I don't, if you're a serial thief or somebody who routinely tries to get over on people, manipulate people, I don't want any parts of that.
Okay. Now what about porn?
Okay.
Would you date a porn star?
Wow.
Well, not even a star. She doesn't have to be a star.
Is she currently in?
Currently
she's currently getting it in?
She's currently doing porn. Now, see, porn, there's so many different levels.
When I hear porn, I'm talking
No, she's not gang banging or anything like that. No.
She's having sex with dudes.
No, she doesn't have to. She could do only female scenes.
That's still sex.
But you said dudes. So,
True.
Okay, so we're not talking dudes.
Any able-bodied human being.
Okay, so no females. What if she's only masturbating on the websites? You know, because Pornhub is also giving out $35,000 for videos. So for couples and potentially for, you know, any kind of solo
do you know
play.
what the difference?
That's a plug.
It's funny that you got to plug our porn sites.
You got
to keep them in business.
Our sponsors.
Yeah. We got to keep. Wouldn't that be wild?
Sponsored
if
by porn.
It's like a porn site sponsored by Porn Check, where you get all the best dildos. No, so I think that do you know the difference between porn and like just taping sex?
I mean, I think that is porn. They do that now. They like amateur porn.
Okay, so
I'm not into amateur porn at all.
No, if you about getting paid, right?
Oh, I want the celebrities. I want all explosions and real. I want real action. I want them to know exactly the right face. They gotta know the faces. Get the faces right, girl.
Show them your old face.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And so, your hair has to be perfect. I don't want any hair out of place.
Oh, so you can't do just some ratchet porn?
No, I mean they have to be pristine. I'm talking about like.
You know, that's for the chicks that have been in there for a bit, right?
Which ones?
The ones that get the pristine stuff. You got to start off ratchet.
No, not all of them.
You need a manager?
No, I follow a couple of the girls, and so I've seen their backstory. Well, actually, I don't know their names.
Then how do you follow them?
I just know. I don't know. I know their names when I'm in the. Maybe it's a different me. You know, when I'm watching that, I'm a different person, and I know how to get to who I'm looking for. There's this one girl, Lauren. I don't know her name. Lori. There's a Lori and a Lauren, and then there's also another girl that she's just. Then they're all like really fake and nothing that I would like in real life. That's completely, and they're all.
It's a fantasy.
But it's I don't watch Ebony.
You don't like black
I cannot
porn?
see black people doing that. My kings and my queens do not engage in those activities at all whatsoever.
There's a lot of stereotypes in there too.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, black people don't do porn. At all. Not one. No, not all. Not one. At one point in my early years, before I really got into it, I watched.
Before you got into it?
I mean, before I got into it.
Before I started paying for it, right.
I watched Latinas and Hispanics.
Okay.
But then.
A little firecracker.
Yeah, then I went straight Blanca. Straight Blanco, just white.
Just white folks.
Only Caucasians do porn as far as I'm concerned. No Asians, no Indians. No.
There's some pretty people in porn.
I don't appreciate seeing Chinese people in those.
I've never seen a Chinese person in. Japanese, Asian.
Would you date outside of your race?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No question. You?
No. The answer is no.
What? You wouldn't date? Okay. So we're gonna find out exactly how far she's gonna go. What about somebody mixed? Got a little bit of black.
Absolutely. If you have a little bit black, you're black.
Okay.
You're black.
Okay. So, but you wouldn't date somebody that was like Dominican Republic, because they kind of black.
That's rough.
Somebody from the DR, which is a great place to visit. By the way,
shameless plug.
Yeah, you got to pay to play. Unless you take sand to the beach.
I don't think so. And I can say this right now easily because nobody outside of my race has ever hit on me. Never been told that I was attractive by anybody that was not black. So it must be true.
What must be true?
That I'm not attractive to others. I have been told that I was a very pretty black girl by a white gay guy. He was flaming
you talked
white.
about that. That doesn't count.
Flaming. Oh well, that's the only person that's ever told me that. Well, there is one other white guy.
Okay.
One.
Old guy.
I'm over 40 years old.
Would you date a guy that was really old?
I would. What is really old?
Define really old for you.
For me, a really old guy would probably be 60.
You would date that guy?
I would date a 60-year-old. My average is around 50. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a 50-year-old man.
I think 50 is okay.
Well, hey, any of your fathers out there, let them know I'm single.
Hey. No.
Wait.
Don't put that out
we're not
there.
Doing this?
Good Lord. These are our fans. We're trying to keep them wholesome. We're just talking about stuff. Hey, don't put your stuff out there.
Hey, you gotta use all your resources.
Yeah, I understand that.
Oh crap! I gotta take this.
She's gotta do her thing. So, getting back to it, what were we talking about?
Me dating 60-year-old men.
Yeah.
And we're gonna cut out that other part.
No, we're not.
Oh.
You in there. Whatever you put on wax is out there.
Okay, I gotta be more careful. Be more careful.
Be more careful.
Be that way.
So you would date a 60-year-old guy?
Absolutely, I would. I like older men. I think men get better with age. As I've already told you before, I think women are smarter than men. And so, and they
keep
mature. They mature
there.
Faster than men. And I started having kids early, so I had to mature even faster than my other female counterparts. And so the people that are in their 60s, I think, will still be on par with where I am in life. I'm thinking around that. I don't know. I've always dated in the 50s. They've always been 10 years.
You mean since you've been in the 40s?
Well, I'm saying in general, like I've always dated people that were 10.
When you were 30?
Oh yeah, they're 10 years and more older than me. Even when I was 20, even when I was in my teens, they were 10 and older than me.
Older guys like seeing you coming around.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Loads and loads of stiffies.
Oh, I was a tenderoni.
Mm-hmm.
I was a tenderoni.
Oh yeah. For more videos on Be That Way, go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe. Come back, visit us as often as you like. We're going to be shooting out videos twice a week, the larger videos twice a week, and then we'll probably give you a quick hitter or two once a week.
And if you want to see any other information that might not necessarily fall in line with Be That Way, I get a little sketchy on my Instagram. You can check me out. BR.
You do get sketchy.
_shine.
You do. What is it?
I don't know.
BR_shine.
No, it's B_R_shine.
Hey, you putting out the...
No, we're not going to put that because that was so screwed up anyway. You're going to have to chop that to bits to get that right.
Chop that up. Chop it up.